Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Solistic Gaming, and today we're going to be talking about Black Hearts Bay. I'm going to try and get this video series finished off as soon as I can because I want to try and get some hero builds out there and talk about the draft process in Hero and Team League. I want to try and go a little bit more in depth. Now, to start off, this map has 3 lanes. We have a top, middle and bottom lane. But if we look up here, the top lane and the middle lane are very close together. In fact, this here will give you vision of all of this area surrounding here, which is generally why a lot of teams fight over it. So I'm just going to introduce our team. We have the Lime on Jaina, Wraithblade on Sylvanas, Skylight on Uther, myself Solistic on ETC, and our random player Zulu on Falsteed. On the enemy team, we have Chunko on Tyrael, we have Fame on Zeratul, we have Padzik on Zagara, Zuck on Nazebo, and Santoyo on Rhaegar. Now what's special about this map is there's coins to collect, and when you get enough coins you hand in here. And what that will do, it'll summon a barrage that will attack down the enemy structures and take them out. It does a massive chunk of damage. Now 50 seconds into the game, the first chests spawn. Now, this knowledge is very important, because if you look at us, me and Skylight here, we'll go straight to the chest, so it's there as soon as we spawn. Our Jaina's down here trying to get our bottom chest. Unfortunately, our Jaina player is against the Zagara, and the Zagara is very powerful. So, we managed to cap the 5 coins, great. So, what we're trying to do now, because we know that Zagara is still here, capturing this chest, is we're going to come down here, we're going to try and get a gank, which we get done very well. Now, we still had someone on top lane and we still had someone on bottom lane, which is great. We didn't have anyone on middle lane, but getting those extra coins was worth it. Skylight loses his life here trying to get away, and I get greedy trying to hand in the coins, but nothing comes of it. So, we just want to go back to lane now, and we want to soak that XP. So this is a bit of an unusual map, in the sense that you're not necessarily, the enemy team here is trying to gank us to try and get our coins, which is a valid tactic, but they've left people out of lane now, so the XP that they got in the start, which was the advantage they had, there's not much in it now. Actually, the blue team, which is us, I believe, yes, we're actually quite a bit ahead now, even though the enemy team, we've got equal kills because we're keeping in those lanes. Now, we've seen that the chests drop coins, but also any mercenary camp drops coins as well. The knights, the giants, and even the boss, they all drop 2 coins each. But also there's these special camps here, these little pirates. Now they're not like normal mercenaries. When you capture these guys, they won't push down the lane. As soon as you kill them, they'll just drop 2 coins. And they're dotted across the map. They're very easy to kill. Any hero can take them down pretty easy. They're much weaker than a normal camp. So really, what you want to try and do if you can on this map is what we do. If we look at our rotation over here, is we're trying to have 1 person in each lane to soak that XP. And I'm asking our Falsteed, which is our random player, to come help me. But he doesn't quite want to give me a hand here. He wants to go in for the kill. Hopefully they pick up the Zagara, but our Jaina dies. So it'll take me all day on ETC to try and do that. So what I want to do now is come over here and hand in these coins. Now the enemy team has got Zagara here putting creep down, which is very powerful on this map. But I managed to hand in the coins. I was going to show you what that does now. What it's going to do, I'm now telling the enemy team I want to go pick up coins. Now I'm just going to show you how much damage that these cannons do. It is a absolute phenomenal amount. Now here's the charges that will come down on the enemy structures. It is a massive ton of damage. Some people take Mule on this map, which I suppose is okay if you're defending the core, but I don't really see the valid option against the cannons anyway. I mean, if you're trying to heal it against players pushing down the lane, that's fine, but against the cannons it won't do that much. As you've seen, they basically 2 or 3 shot most structures. Even the forts only take sort of 3 or 4 shots. So we'll go back to the tactics of the map. As I said, we'll always try and keep 1 person in each lane. I'm coming up here to try and get the gank on, but we can't. It's not going to happen. Oh, maybe. I can't quite remember. This was recorded a couple days ago. Yes, and we get the kill. More XP. Fantastic. But as soon as we've killed that player, it's up here to get these camps. I can show you how easy these camps are to kill. I mean, even a Murky can take these really easy. They're pretty easy. The enemy Nazebo is caught way out of position here, so the Nazebo is going to die. You've got to be very careful on this map. Now, the chest has spawned again. So each chest holds 5 coins. So that's obviously 10 coins just in itself. That's a massive... These guys give you 2 coins each. So as soon as the chest spawn, we're going to try and come up here. Someone's telling him that they're on the way. Now, I'm down bottom, getting this chest down here. I've asked the Lime to keep Zagara busy, which he does. And I managed to pick up all the coins. Now, Scarlight's picked up a couple of coins, but it's not worth dying over trying to get these coins, guys. Because remember, it doesn't give the enemy team anything until they hand in. So, I managed to get 7 coins. After you've done a hand in, the coin count you need increases by 2. So now we need 12, but the enemy team still needs 10 because they haven't handed in. So, something that you've really got to do on this map is really keep at least a 2-man rotation. Rotate around the map, constantly getting these camps. These camps are so important. Excuse me. Even when you reach level 10, still roaming around here and getting these camps should be your main priority. It's what a lot of people call a PvE map. So if any of you guys have played World of Warcraft or something like that, think of it like your AV, where you really want to focus on the towers and the minions. Same thing here. You want to focus down on... Let's get a mosh pit on the Rhaegar there and the Nazebo. Yeah, you really want to focus down these camps because the camps are really important here. Now, if you kill enemy players with the coins, as you see, you can pick them up here. So it is a good idea to try and kill players if you can. But don't focus trying to roam around the enemy team trying to kill them rather than not getting these camps. Okay? It's a very important piece. Now, I switched you to our view just so you can see what we're doing as a team. Now, you never want to hand in unless your team is near. Now, I know that we have 2 guys here and we have 3 guys on the bottom. So after we've handed in our coin in now, what we're going to do now is we're going to try and push this bottom lane. And the reason is, if you can push down structures on this map and you can deal damage, the cannon is going to do more damage because it doesn't have to waste shots on towers and gates and mana wells and things like that. As you can see, this cannon does a lot of work, but it gives you a fantastic amount of experience as well. So there's not too much more to it. This boss here can be a bit daunting. One of the things that we like to do on the boss is, if the enemy team control this, we all like to run onto it at the same time so the enemy team knows we're going boss. And then we'll run up here into the fog of war and we'll wait. And we'll gank them at boss because they think that we're going to be in boss. It's quite useful for that. Now, as I said, the enemy Rhaegar is down here trying to push our lane, which is, you know, trying to get that little bit more XP. Now, the enemy team's getting caught out of position quite a bit here, and it's costing him a little bit. Now, by here, we're deciding that we want to go boss, and I can't remember. Yeah, so we're going to go boss. We're going to try and pick him up, and basically, this is a really good tactic. If you can grab the boss, the benefit here is that the boss will push down the lane like normal, but the enemy team have to deal with it. If they're dealing with it, they're not getting mercenary camps. And remember, mercenary camps translate to coins. Coins go to cannons. Cannons end up dealing a lot more damage to the enemy structures. Now, the enemy team aren't really focusing coins. Let's just check here. The enemy team have 0 coins. And the levels are really starting to increase now. And they will continue to increase. We can tell this by there's no camps being taken here, no camps being taken by here. Now, if you look at our team, we're going to spread out. We're going to get the Knights. Falsteed's going to come down here and grab these. Our Jaina and Lime is concentrating on our Wraith and Lime, I should say. It's concentrating on here, trying to get a couple of kills. Our Sylvanas play just gets away nice and safely. So, we're going to come back down here and grab the chest again. Always try and grab these chests if you can, guys. They're super important. Remember, 5 coins each. Our Falsteed player there manages to ninja in and get a couple more coins again. It's really important, these coins, guys. I can't stress enough, you know. Late game, they're doing so much damage. But also, we're gonna have a little bit of a team fight here. Managed to catch the Zagara. Our Falsteeds managed to come up. Oh, and we just get caught in a double maul. But I'm pretty sure the enemy team can't really skip this. We should have come back there and helped our player there. The enemy team's gonna get their Zebo in, and that vengeful spirit will manage to take them down and force us back. Now, if we look at our mercenary camps, we've got these. So we've only got the little ones here and here. Now, the enemy team have their knights. They have this camp. They have their little pirates here as well. The only one that they've gotten is these. So, myself and Skylight, there was a Zeratul by there that we didn't quite catch, I don't think. And we're going to try and hand in. Now, he's going to try and stop us, which is a valid point. Heroes like Tyrande here, who can throw an arrow across the map, are very good at stopping turn-ins. It can be quite frustrating. Our Skylight players got caught out here, but our Falsteed, who's not on comms with us, by the way, I have to commend him here. He is very good. As soon as we're asking for help, he's straight here. He's helping us. Fantastic. Now, let's just pause this for a second. So there's 5 of our team here, and there's only 3 of the enemy team, but they're going to stay and fight because 2 of us have low HP. But now the Zeratul's dead. The Tyrael's going to engage onto our healer. And we have a couple of guys that are low. Now 3 of their members are here. We're going to carry on trying to fight this. We're going to have to retreat though, because so many of us have low HP. And we have... how many coins do we have? Well, we have... The easy way you can check. You can do this in-game as well to check how many coins the enemy team has. So we have 28 coins on us, which is a phenomenal amount of coins. So you really don't want to try and fight this. We managed to kill the Zagara, and we just want to get out of here now. The enemy team does have 3 players dead, and we could try and turn in with 4 of us. But if we get hit by something like a Void Prism into a Vengeful Spirit, yeah, that'll probably end us. So it's not worth taking the risk. So we're going to heal out. And this is something important that you have to do as well, guys. Go to these turn-ins as a group. That's risky doing what the line done here, because if there was anyone there, could have got ganked. But we knew that the enemy team had only just respawned, or at least 2 of them. So we're going to come here as a group, and we're going to hand in. With 4 of us here, we should be pretty safe to hand in. The enemy team are going to try and stall until their last player comes here. But then the Zebo is taking a lot of damage from our Falsteed. Really good Falsteed player in here. Now I managed to get caught no more. I managed to mosh pit, and 2 people walk into my mosh pit, which was always fantastic. That was a pretty... that wasn't the best call there by the Nazebo Vengeful Spirit, right next to an ETC, as we have, excluding our ultimate, 2 other ways to stop him. And so we're going to force the enemy team out of here. We're going to hand in. We needed 14 coins that time, and it's going to end up doing another barrage. And this is doing a absolute phenomenal amount of damage. Just have a look at our walls. We've taken basically no damage. We've lost a couple of towers down here. But you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, you get 12 shots. It says 6 out of 12. So, after these forts go down, it's going to start working on all this here. And look how we fought the enemy team back, and we're going to steal their mercenary camps now. We're also waiting to hand in because we have another hand in here. We've got to be really proactive, guys, on this map about getting these mercenary camps, because they are so important. I see so many teams just trying to fight and team fight and not getting these camps, and the real core mechanic of this map is coins. Let's just have a look at this a second. We have an absolute phenomenal amount of coins on us. So again, coins priority. This is a PvE map, guys. It's not something like Dragon Shower where you're constantly fighting over this objective. You want to be down here. Tyrael overextends here, and you want to be getting these mercenary camps. You want to have, at the start, you want to be soaking on XP, 1 person in each lane, because you really want that level 10 first. I mean, if you can get level 10 first, and you can get more coins than the enemy team, you're just going to keep pushing that level advantage, which is what's ended up happening here. I mean, we're level 18, place 15, with a massive ton of structure damage being done to the enemy base. We've got 3 cannon shells left. I'm not sure if this is going to take out their keep. Let's just check it out. Nearly takes the keep out. So we decide down bottom now. We're gonna fall back. That Falsteed just got away in time for that Zeratul would have picked him up. So I myself just wanted to hand in my... I've got to stop saying so as well, sorry guys. So I just handed in my 8 coins, because if you get a chance to hand in coins, and you can, do it, because you really don't want to be handing in any amount. I wanted our Uther to hand in his coins here, and the Zeratul is going to try and stop us. Now from our perspective, we're looking okay. Our Jaina player nearly dies, but we just managed to pick it up. I do land a mosh pit, but we've only got our Wraith Blade here for damage, which is causing a problem. Our Falsteed is still up top, which I think is Epic Mount is still on cooldown, otherwise he would be here yet, which it is. So the enemy team now has managed to kill a couple of us, and they've gone from basically no coins to 9 coins, and they can get their first turn in with this. So it's a big deal for the enemy team. So we have to decide now if we want to. That's myself asking for help. I didn't, obviously I don't know in game if the Falsteed's cooldown was up, but looking back on the replay, totally justified, he was. I don't know what the Rhaegar was thinking here. I just wanted to push in. The Falsteed's ability was on cooldown, so he was right to stay up there, and just a bit of a missed call by myself. His cooldowns was up, otherwise he would have been there, because he's been there all game looking back on it on replay. So we decide now that we want to capture the enemy boss. Now, the enemy team is starting to get a little bit of XP back now. Now they should be rotating around this map to try and get these coin camps. But what we're going to do here, we're grabbing the knights up top again, because as I said, as soon as you capture these camps, you're getting 2 coins. So we've decided now that we want to go boss. Now the enemy team is the mercenaries from down here, pushing in. So we've walked straight onto the circle here, and the enemy team are going to know we're going for boss now. So we've decided now that we're going to go for boss, but the enemy team are probably aware that we're going boss. But we've just seen a mercenary camp by here being picked up. So that basically gives us a very safe option here to grab the boss, because we know all 4 of the players can't be here. The boss again is going to push down the top lane, and this is just going to allow us to very quickly capture these coin camps. The enemy team are going to try and fight us here, but they're not having a very fantastic day. I've managed to catch the Zagara here with a mosh pit. Wasn't really worth it. The enemy team is finishing off the Tyrael. Silencing Arrow interrupts what's left of the Spirit, and the Zagara falls. 6 coins again to us. Now the coin chest has spawned. They have 3 players down. The Nazebo, I can't imagine, is going to escape. Our Jaina player, nope. There was 2 coins left up here on the map. They Rhaegar's by here. He really should have come straight here and picked up this coin chest. Now our Falsteed's going to come down here. We know that 4 players of the enemy team is dead, and the only player Rhaegar is down bottom lane. So we're going to carry on up here and grab these coins again. It's going to fast forward this a little bit. And what this eventually leads into is we've just handed in, and we have another sense of 14, 28. We have another sense of 28, sorry. So sense 14 plus 8 is 18 plus 3 is 21. We have 21 coins. The boss is on their core, and that's how much he done, because the entire enemy team was dead. And the enemy team end up losing the game. And the thing I have to stress most about this map is how important it is to collect these coins. Circle around the map. So before level 10, I have 1 guy on each lane trying to get the XP, and I have 2 guys as a group circling around getting the mercenary camps. After level 10, you want to be moving in as a group. If it's safe to split up a little bit, that's fine, but level 10 is where the team fights are at. So you want to get that level 10, and you want to grab these coin camps. If you get level 10 a significant amount before the enemy team, you can push down the lane and force the issue. Because remember, the more damage you do the enemy towers and gates, the less work your cannons have to do, so the more value you get out of those cannons. Okay guys, I hope you've learned a little something anyway. If you'd like to got any comments, post them below, and I shall get the next video up straight after this one. Thank you.